guys, welcome to Vehicle Visionary. Today we've got an AMG to take a look at, a Mercedes-Benz GLA. This is the GLA 35 that we're going to be taking a look at, and it's the 2021 model. It's newly refreshed for 2021 by Mercedes-Benz. And as you can see, as you look at the exterior with the photos and video that I shot earlier, it looks really sharp. It has a nice racy profile, as any AMG would, obviously. It has the Panamericana grille on the front end that signifies performance, and is something that is actually exclusive to the AMG line of Mercedes-Benz vehicles. So you're not going to see that on other vehicles that are produced by Mercedes-Benz. And of course, being that it's an AMG, what's under the hood? Take a look for yourself. Here's what it is and what it can do. Now, when it comes to overall safety features, I will list those on the screen for you so you can know exactly what those are. This model of Mercedes-Benz, as is pretty much common in this day and age, is definitely not hurting for any of those sorts of things. So a lot of driver aids, a lot of good safety features. And of course, as we work our way around, you've got a fully powered tailgate, multiple ways to open and or close that, and a reasonable amount of space. Of course, you can fold down the rear seats a couple of different ways, depending on how you want to take advantage of the available cargo space. And then when it gets into the back seat, of course, you do have a reasonable amount of room there too. And the main thing you're going to notice there is, of course, the panoramic sunroof. Now, you do have the dual air conditioning vents and other items back there that will be very helpful to your rear seat passengers. A reasonable amount of little storage spaces, nooks and crannies and things like that. But the main thing you're going to notice about the interior is the contrast between the black and red. That's actually called Dynamica. That is what Mercedes-Benz calls that particular feature. And when you work your way into the front seat, of course, you have all of the bells and whistles, fully adjustable driver and passenger seats. Just a wonderful way to keep yourself nice and comfortable depending on what your desires and or needs are. As you can see on your screen, there are a lot of different ways to adjust the seats to keep the driver and passenger nice and comfortable. Of course, there's definitely no shortage of high-end materials here. Everything is top rate. I like the way everything looks. It's easy to get to. And of course, you have Mercedes' latest technology with the MBUX system. That's also known as the Mercedes-Benz User Experience. And there's a lot of different things you can go through to customize your GLA depending on what your desires are, whether it's lighting or different settings on the screens. Whether that's the center screen or the dashboard, you can make all sorts of changes with that. And the cool thing is, of course, there are multiple driving modes depending on what you desire as the driver yourself. You may want to ride in comfort mode. You may want to drive in sport or sport plus, depending on your desires. And of course, you do have these steering wheel mounted paddle shifters, so you can shift through the gears if you desire to do so yourself. And on the steering wheel itself, of course, this is the AMG Sport steering wheel, so it has the nice look of that, the AMG logo here, and the steering wheel mounted controls that correspond to each side of the screens here. The left for the dashboard, and to the right of the driver, of course, controlled by the right-hand side, is the infotainment screen itself. You also have the ability to surf through a lot of different bits of information, make a lot of changes to both screens, and you can change the overall layout of the instrument cluster itself depending on what it is you want to see as the driver. So there's a lot of different selections and opportunities there depending on what you want things to look like. very customizable. Now, as far as overall ride comfort goes, well, it depends on what you want. In comfort mode, the GLA is super comfortable. It's actually quite enjoyable to drive. Now, I am in Sport Plus right now, which means everything is as aggressive as it can get. The steering, the acceleration, the operation of the transmission, and the damping, of course, which is the shocks and the suspension. So the overall ride quality is going to be determined by how the damping is set up ultimately. And when it comes to controlling the center screen, you do have a trackpad if you wish to use that, but it's also a touch screen. Let's see if we can do this real quick. You can see that it is a touch screen, and you also have an assistant. You can ask a lot of different questions. Basically, do this. Hey, Mercedes.
How may I help you?
How much gas do I have left?
You can still drive 244 miles.
You can also ask a lot of questions about restaurants and different things like that. And if you're actually, let's just say you're hot right now. Let's do this. Hey, Mercedes. Well, maybe. Hey, Mercedes.
How can I help?
I'm hot.
I'm reducing the temperature to 69 degrees.
So as you can see, there's a lot of different voice commands you can give to Mercedes as you're cruising down the road. And so a lot of nice features. That's not the street I wanted to turn on there, but a lot of nice features there and a lot of customizability. And like I said, you can control that from the steering wheel, or you can control it from the trackpad down here. There's actually a little rest for your wrist right there, not an arm rest, but a wrist rest if you want to use that to control the center screen. And it is a touch screen. I know from some of my previous Mercedes-Benz vehicle videos, I've had a lot of people talk about how they wanted to have a touch screen. Well, now you do. And of course, you have the bomb bay doors here. You've got a nice amount of storage there. And so you can take advantage of that. Couple of cup holders here, really all of the nice features that you would expect, but ultimately what you have here is a high performance vehicle, and that's really the point of this particular model of the GLA. So tell me what you think about the newly redesigned Mercedes-Benz GLA. I have to admit, anytime I get the chance to drive an AMG model, well, it definitely puts a smile on my face. I'd like to thank my friends at Mercedes-Benz of Shreveport for loaning me this model for the day, and all of you for taking the time to watch. Remember to subscribe, guys, because when my channel hits 25,000 subscribers, one of you is going to win an Amazon gift card for $250. So make sure to hit that subscribe button and hit the bell notification icon so you know when I publish new content. I appreciate your time, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video.